Hopefully we'll get done in this one. We'll see. Solve the problem. We've got two ships leaving the harbor together. So they're leaving the same place. And they're traveling on a course that have an angle of 128 between them. Okay, so maybe here's port, and one's going this way and one's going that way, and this is 128. Sounds good. If they each travel 522 miles, so that means this side is 522 and this side is 522. How far apart are they to the nearest mile? So boom, there's my big X. Now the question for you is this law of sines or is this the law of cosines? Do you have an angle with the opposite side known? No, you don't. This is side, angle, side. So law of cosines it is. X squared equals 522 squared plus 522 squared minus 2 times 522 times 522, or you could have just been kind of facetious and done 522 squared again, huh? Cosine of 128. So it's just a matter of typing it in. Yes, it's going to be large. Expect something large. 522 squared, and then cosine of 128. Okay, huge number, but you've got to do the square root of it, remember? You don't want the square, you want plain old x. 938, and it said to the nearest mile, so 938 it is. Not too bad. It's just a matter of, can you draw your picture? Okay, find the missing parts. Oh, we're at it again. Find angles to the nearest hundredth of a degree. Okay, so I have three sides given. Your only course of action for side, side, side is the law of cosines is going to get you started. Now, here's my sneaky way of doing it. I do not want to get stuck with the law of sines and be doing the ambiguous case. So I'm purposely going to look for the largest angle and hope that it's going to be obtuse. So that means I need to work with the biggest number here. So c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of c. Because the longest side is going to be opposite the largest angle. So 16.2 squared equals 6.4 squared plus 13.0 squared minus. And again, it's just a matter of can you write it all down. We are looking for the angle, so it's going to be a little different. The way I've shown y'all to get things done, remember, this is a package deal. You can't split that up. So these two terms need to go over here and join the other numeric term. So we have 16.2 squared minus 6.4 squared minus 13 squared. Gives me 52.48. Now I need to get this value here. So negative 2 times 6.4 times 13 is negative 166.4 cosine c. All right, let's divide. Now, these cancel, and this is going to give me cosine c. I'm not going to rewrite that. That means I've got to do the inverse cosine of this fraction right here. There's no sense rewriting it. So 52.48 divided by negative 166.4. That goes straight to 108.38 degrees, because it did say near hundreds, right? Okay. So thank the Lord, this thing is obtuse. So don't have to worry about ambiguous case. I can go straight into the law of sines, and it's going to work out beautifully. So I can do sine of 108.38 over, side C was 16.2. And it's just a matter of which one do you want to find. Doesn't matter. So sine of A over 6.4. Okay, cross multiply. 16.2, sine A, 6.4, sine 108.38. I'm going to divide through by 16.2. My points aren't showing up very well. I'm going to go ahead and do inverse sine. So just type inverse sine. Well, I tell you what. Let's get our little thing, and then we'll just do the steps. I'm just not going to write it down. 6.4 sine 108.38, enter. Divided by 16.2, enter. That gives me my decimal, 0.37. I'm going to do second sine, copy, paste, and I got 22.02 when I rounded him up. So angle A, 22.02. So to find angle B, I'm not going to work for it. I'm just going to do 180 minus both of those. It's harder to type it in than to actually do the math. So we've got 49.60. Okay. And it wasn't too bad. Okay, next one. Find the area of the triangle with the given parts. Now you have two area formulas that you got to remember. This gave us an angle. That's your clue that we're using the area formula that basically says side times side, and this is sine of the angle. We always wrote it as 1/2 AB sine C. So these, it's fitting SAS is what you're doing. And that's what's going on here is SAS. If you drew the picture and labeled your sides, you have the two sides and the included angle. So it's just a matter of, can you substitute your values in? Please remember that sine is the trig function you use for this formula. And here we go again, we're just typing. So 0.5 times 10.8 times 5.5 times sine of 25.1 is 12 point, what did it say, to the nearest square unit? So that's going to go up to 13, excuse me. It was 12.59, so I'm going to go up to 13 to comply with what they wanted. And that's it. You're done. Okay. We're still looking for area, but this gave us three sides. For three sides, you have to use Heron's formula. Remember, he has two parts. First part being find S. S is A plus B plus C over 2, and don't freak out if they're not named A, B, and C. Whatever the sides are, add them all up, divide by 2. And then to get your area, you're going to do the square root of S times S minus A times S minus B, S minus C. Okay, so let's go through here and do all this. That's going to be 5 plus 14 plus 11, all over 2. So 5 plus 14 plus 11, get the answer, and then do divide by 2. Otherwise, your calculator is just going to divide the last number by 2, and it's going to give you a mess. Okay, so now to get to the actual area, I'm going to have 15. And then these numbers are small enough, we can do this in our head. 15 minus 5 is 10. 15 minus 14 is 1. 15 minus 11 is 4. By the way, all of these values have to end up being positive. If you ever get a negative underneath that radical, you know that there's an error somewhere. Go back and double check yourself. So 15 times 10 times 4. You don't really have to do the 1. Doesn't make any difference. Already did my square root, so it comes out to be 24.49. So we would round it down to 24 if they wanted the nearest square unit. Okay, I do believe we're on the last one. We have a painter is going to apply a special coating to a triangular metal plate on a new building. Two sides measure 12.6 and 5.7. She knows that the angle between these two sides is 21.5. What is the area of the surface she plans to cover with it? Round to the nearest square meter. Were these meters? Yes, they were. So, good. We don't have any change in units. We're good to go. Again, guys, this is SAS. This is what we just did. K equals 1/2. We're going to put one side here. We're going to put the other side here. And we're going to do sine of the included angle. And it's just a matter of typing. 0.5 times 12.6 times, 5.7. And then times sine of 21.5. Answer is 13.16, but to comply with this, we're just going to say 13. That would be meters squared. I didn't put my units on the other ones. Okay, hopefully that helps for your exam. I do believe we're at the last one. Y'all study up and do a good job.